I'm JD, and I moved from Alaska to Portugal after I paid $15,000 to buy this old house that has sat empty for years. Now I'm in the process of renovating it on a budget in order to return it to its former glory, and welcoming you on the DIY journey. So now we're in the kitchen trying to figure out what's going on underneath this ceiling here. You can tell that it's kind of bowed down from some water damage. You can see on the tiles and the wall that there's been some water coming down, so I think that is the only place that makes sense that there's still water coming in after I fixed the other places. So we'll take off some boards and see what's underneath. Most of this wood is in pretty good shape, but some of it, especially the first couple boards along the wall, were pretty eaten up by woodworms, which I had never heard of before coming to Portugal, but they're pretty common in old houses. They're like a little beetle that the larva eats through the wood, and then the adults chew their way out, so you'll see all these little pinholes in the wood, and that's what that's from. Even with it being so old and damaged, it was still put together very well and made it taking apart kind of difficult, especially one-handed. So I went ahead and sped this part up because it's just took some time to pry apart these boards to get them separated. I think that it's called beam board. I didn't want to just tear them apart because I haven't seen them for sale anywhere, so I don't know how hard it would be to find replacements. So I wanted to try to keep them intact as much as I could. And these last two, you can kind of see here that they slope down from the rest of the ceiling. And once I got them off, I realized that was just the following the old roof line. But now it's just empty space, so the plan is to put cabinets up there to take advantage of all that empty space. And you can see from all the dirt falling down that that slant down helped to accumulate a bunch of dirt, which also held water, which just led to those boards being in much worse condition than all the others. So honestly, I'm a little bit confused because it doesn't seem like, apart from this tile that's a little crooked, it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong. There's not like a bunch of obvious rot. It just seems like all this concrete that got put on for these tiles, I guess, just kind of all got clumped on the ceiling boards. But I'll take this one off, so we'll make room for cabinets and see what else is up there. But right now it doesn't look like anything. So in case that wasn't clear, what I was saying was that more so than anything else, what was causing the boards to bend down was just a bunch of excess lime mortar that had got pushed over onto the boards from the roof tiles. So now is time to unclog this side of the sink. Essentially all of this is full of mud, so I just have to kind of try to push it through. So this is the same method I used for the other side of the sink in the bathtub in the last episode. Just add some water and try to loosen up the clog, and then use the plunger. And I'll point out that the plunger it's new and has only been used for the bathtub and the sink. And I will also point out that I did try to unscrew the section of pipe where the clog is, but is glued down, so I'll just use the plunger. So now I'm going to try to unstick this kitchen door that goes to the outside. The concrete got pushed up, I think, by the blackberry, so this crack, and it's wedged up against the door there. So I'll see what I can do to try to get it open, so then I can get rid of all this stuff. So, yeah, outside. It's raining a little. Let's see if I'm... Big blackberry root there. So what I'm going to try to do is use this and just kind of break off this section so that the door where it's pinned can open up. In case you're wondering why I didn't get rid of the blackberry vines, they're all like over 10 feet long, and they don't just, even though they're dried out, they don't just break in half, so it was just easier to work around them. So at the time, I hadn't gotten around to buying work gloves yet, but this little piece of carpet scrap worked really well with the blackberry vines. They have really big thorns. So just like the last video, I'm sure a lot of y'all are saying gloves and PPE, and believe me, I hear you, and I really do appreciate the concern. But for all this stuff, I feel like it's not completely necessary. The vacuum takes care of most of the dust, and especially the last video, that bathroom hadn't been used for years. And I started out with gloves, but I had to take them off to adjust the camera, and it just seemed easier without gloves. And I did also disinfect everything. I just didn't film it. To me, it just makes more sense to disinfect the clean surface instead of the dirt going down the drain. I've also worked with the fishing industry for like 10 years, so my tolerance for gross stuff is also pretty high. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. That should hopefully be the last of the like previously recorded stuff. And next week should be more current and up to date. This week was actually pretty busy, so I'm still kind of slowly getting through the comments, but I really do appreciate all the positive comments and feedback, and I'm really happy y'all are enjoying the channel. So I'll see y'all next week. Ciao.